Have you ever met someone who seems to keep to themselves? They don't have a large circle of friends, they're not always at social gatherings, and they seem perfectly content in their own company. Our modern society often labels these people as introverts, shy, or be even a little strange. But what if there's more to it? What if this solitude is a sign of something much deeper? Ancient wisdom offers a fascinating perspective on this. It suggests that people with few friends and limited social circles are often far from simple. In fact, they might be the most complex and profound individuals among us. Today, we're going to explore this ancient teaching and uncover the hidden depths of those who walk a more solitary path. So, why would ancient thinkers believe that a person with few friends is not simple? Let's break it down. First, consider the idea of inner richness. People who spend a lot of time alone aren't just staring at a wall. Their minds are often vibrant worlds of their own. They are thinkers, dreamers, and observers. Without the constant noise and distraction of a large social group, they have the mental space to delve deep into their thoughts, to ponder the big questions of life, and to develop a strong, independent worldview. They're not just passively consuming what society tells them to think. They're actively building their own philosophy. This inner world is so rich and engaging that it can be more fulfilling than many external social activities. They find companionship in ideas, in creativity, and in their own consciousness. Another key aspect is the pursuit of high-quality connections over a high quantity of them. Think about it. Maintaining a large network of friends takes a tremendous amount of time and energy. You have to keep up with everyone's lives, attend events, and engage in countless small-talk conversations. Someone who values depth over breadth might consciously choose to opt out of this. They're not antisocial, they're selectively social. They understand that their energy is a finite resource, and they'd rather invest it in a few, truly meaningful relationships. These are the friendships built on mutual respect, deep understanding, and shared values, not just on proximity or convenience. For them, a single conversation that touches the soul is worth more than 100 superficial chats at a party. They're looking for diamonds, not just collecting stones. Furthermore, these individuals often have a powerful sense of self-awareness and independence. When you're constantly surrounded by others, it's easy to let their opinions, expectations, and judgments shape who you are. Your identity can become a reflection of your social group. But when you spend time alone, you're forced to confront your true self. You learn to rely on your own judgment, to trust your own instincts, and to find validation from within. This builds an incredible level of mental fortitude and authenticity. They don't need a crowd to feel secure, because their security comes from a deep-rooted understanding of who they are. They are their own anchor in the storms of life, and they aren't easily swayed by the changing tides of social opinion. They've found their center, and it's a place of quiet strength. Let's also consider the focus on a greater purpose. Many of history's greatest artists, scientists, writers, and thinkers were known for their solitary natures. Think of Isaac Newton, who spent years in relative isolation to develop his theories, or Emily Dickinson, who penned her profound poetry in the quiet of her home. These individuals weren't avoiding people for the sake of it. They were fiercely dedicated to a mission. They understood that groundbreaking work and deep mastery require immense focus and solitude. Socializing, while enjoyable, can be a distraction from this higher calling. So, for some, a smaller social circle is a deliberate choice, a necessary sacrifice to channel their energy into creating, discovering, or achieving something of lasting value. Their loneliness is actually a state of intense, productive concentration. This doesn't mean they are cold or aloof. On the contrary, their capacity for empathy can be incredibly profound. Because they are such keen observers of life, they often see the subtle nuances of human behavior that others miss. They notice the unspoken words, the fleeting emotions, and the hidden struggles. While they may not engage in constant chatter, when they do connect, it's often on a much deeper level. They are excellent listeners, not waiting for their turn to speak, but truly hearing and understanding the other person. Their quiet nature allows them to create a safe space where others feel seen and valued. Their friendships, though few, are often characterized by an incredible loyalty and a profound emotional connection. So, the next time you encounter someone who seems to enjoy their own company, resist the urge to judge them as lonely or unsociable. Instead, consider the ancient wisdom. See them as individuals who may possess a rich inner world, who value deep connections, who have a strong sense of self, and who might be dedicated to a purpose larger than themselves. They are not simple, they are complex, layered, and often incredibly wise. They teach us that the quality of our lives isn't measured by the number of people we know, but by the depth of our connections and the richness of our inner experience. True contentment isn't always found in a crowd. Sometimes, it's discovered in the quiet, profound space of our own company. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration today. If this perspective resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more insights into life and ancient wisdom. Until next time, stay curious.